Okay, back at it with Gix. Just playing around. Standard brawl. Realizing I need a Sheoldred's Edict. And I may need a couple other cards. When I get matched against Kaya, I don't feel like there's anything I can do because the entire 6 turns leading up to them casting Kaya is just removing all of the creatures that I put out. And I'm not playing tokens in Gix, so it's very easy for them to just exile, remove, make me sacrifice, etc., etc. Until they can cast Kaya safely, and then at that point I can't target it directly, so I either need to cast Invoke Despair, where they just have to sacrifice it, and there may be one other way that I'm not thinking of now, but most of my other things like Soul Transfer and Hero's Downfall target. Kaya has Hexproof, which is pretty broken. The fact that she can also... I guess I'll keep this. That looks fine. I've got turn 2 and turn 3, and I've always got turn 3 with Gix. Playing against Harbin. But Kaya has Hexproof, so I need something that targets the player and not the Planeswalker. Or else I'm just, quite frankly, boned. Like, I can't do anything. I play a creature that I can attack her with. It's not going to have haste in this black deck. And then she just gets to exile it, and then it becomes that player's creature. Really bad for me. So... we can't Lily here and make them sack a creature because then they just fly over me. And she's at 1 and then it dies. So I think I'm gonna just take advantage of the fact that they're not gonna block me here and swing and play Gix and see if I can get 3 damage and draw a card. Take action. Yay. Alright, well, we've got plenty of lands. We might be able to breach. Especially if we can get rid of some of their creatures. My lord. Okay, so this probably isn't going to do anything. He's got a lot of creatures already, though, so we're going to need to get rid of something. Let's go ahead and get some damage in. Force the blocks here, because they're going to have to block something. That's fine, alright. I don't really care if the Harvester dies, because we can just bring it back later. And then we'll Soul Transfer the Officer, since they can... Oh. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I'm more worried about Elspeth creating tokens that he can draw with. I don't like that he's got flying on me right now, but it won't be long before we can either gain some life with the Flesh Gorger, or maybe play Lily and... I'm not going to play Lily now, he's got tokens to sacrifice. But something. Maybe we draw Meat Hook. Oh, that would have been so good. Okay. Well, now we do get to gain life. We might even be able to, like, march and sack something. This is tough, because we need creatures on board. He's going to be able to hit for at least 5 next turn, and then when he attacks with 5 or more, they all get flying. Even having that on the board is super risky. I feel like I need to kill the Officer. Wow, this is a really tough... This is really tough. It feels like for me. We're 2 turns away from breaching, but we can't let him attack next turn or we just die. This is pretty brutal. I say we go in and see if we can just get some damage with Gix. It's not going to triple block whenever next turn. They can just attack for 5 and kill me. Oh, alright. But that creature that comes in doesn't attack, so I don't think he actually can attack with 5 creatures now. I don't feel like that was the right play, but I'm about to die, so what does my opinion matter? Alright, we're not gonna channel that. Lily just dies. The Obliterator might matter here. I'm gonna play Obliterator, and then since Lily's probably gonna die, we can just... no, I'm gonna play Flesh Gorger. That way we can pay an extra mana and then get rid of Lily for the march, and then deal some damage to the officer. Preferably before it attacks. Yeah, so this is my play now. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 3. We'll just get rid of Lily here. It's unfortunate. We'll do 3 damage here. He can draw a card before it dies, which would be great, because then that means less people attacking. Yep. And then he can swing for 4, he, she, they. Alhog-J. God, that's actually a pretty nice draw. We're going to Takenuma as a land, and we're going to see what is in their hand. Definitely getting rid of Rescue Retriever. So 4 tokens, counter spell, and then they can flash that in and buff everything, but I'm just going to get rid of this because that puts a token, puts a counter on every single creature they've got. So Flesh Gorger to fend off against anything on the ground, and then just going to gain some life here and draw that card. Nice. Trespasser will help if they end up with creatures in the graveyard. Okay. Doesn't give everything flying this turn. They swing 4. They might just win this one. I really don't know how we're going to make it out of here. So Trespasser gains us 1 life, but we have to be able to beat the fact that they're going to be able to fly over us. We can gain 3 life. We have to be able to kill the Vanguard, and for some reason they keep not leaving their counter spell open. And even if we kill the Vanguard, I don't think that we're in good shape here. Yeah, well, if we had untapped mana, that might matter. This is pretty brutal. I mean, they have a very quick deck. Sorin creates a lifelinker, but they have a lot of flyers coming at me. Shieldred's just like the best creature I can grab, and I guess so is the flyer from their team. And then we can... I mean, we just die. We can't block all of this flying that they're going to have coming at us. We swing for 5. We try and get some lifelink in on the ground. We can't even threaten lethal here, which is really a bummer. And even if we draw, we can't play the cards. Gain some life, though. Yeah. I don't like to hear people saying good game, because a lot of the time it's preemptive. I mean, here I'm tapped out and they know that they're going to be able to kill me, so there's nothing I can do about that. So we'll concede this one. Obviously they have more than 13 and we have one flying blocker. Gosh, what a rough game. Okay, so Azorius Soldiers, pretty brutal. I'm gonna go to deck building and do another video.